Hello guys, welcome to this new video, and in today's video we're going to program a favorite icon toggle app. I'm Alan, a regular guy that is just trying to be a full stack developer, and I'm using my YouTube channel to how can I say to document my journey. So that being said, let's start with the building. Increase the screen size. Let's start with the building. Good. So there are 7 user stories here. We should build an app similar to this project. Okay. Okay. Normally when I'm clicking up, it's supposed to give me okay, interesting. So try not to copy the example, but give it your own personal story. Okay. In this lab, you will use JavaScript click event to toggle the appearance of a favorite icon. When the heart icon is clicked, the appearance of the heart changes from empty to filled, and vice versa. Fulfill the user stories below and get all the tests to pass the complete lab. Okay. The first user story here is to try. Oh, I forgot the time. Sorry. I'm always forgetting the time. I don't know why. I'm trying to put this time because I want I want to put some constraint on whether or not I succeed to code the app under 30 minutes. Really is just like a metric that tells me how my level has increased or my skill proficiency in JavaScript have increased or not. So that's the reason why I'm trying to put this time. So that being said, you should have an unordered list. So ordered list, sell shit. Oh my gosh. Okay. The unordered list should have the class item in item list, classed item list, item list. After that, the third user story is the pre-list item should contain the item name followed by the button element with a class favorite icon. So create list. Let me proceed. Now let's say for example item one. And inside it, I'm supposed to introduce a button tag and close it. Button tag. Okay. Now after doing that, telling me that the class name of my button should be favorite list, favorite icon. Sorry, favorite favorite icon. The fourth user story says the button element should contain the code. This code initially to represent an empty heart. So let's just try and put the button element. Okay, here's it. I hope you guys see the preview because it's important. Yeah, here's it. Here's the preview section. So the fit said the fit user story says okay, I have to create on the dead user story. I'm supposed to create 3 list items. So let me just create them. Copy this one and paste it twice. Copy. paste, paste. Okay. Let's say 2, let's say 3. Okay. Now the feed user story says you should create a field class that should contain the styled information. I think that it means that we should use a Java, a CSS, the CSS file. Normally, if you are following the initial project that was given to us, the example project, sorry, the field height is red, so I think that we have to use a red color for that. So let me just open this. Let me just create this style information for my project, and inside it I'll create a class. So a class selector named field, and this class selector will have color red equals to red. Okay, I can also use this guy here to do it, but it's due to laziness. I think not doing so is more fast. It's faster, sorry. So when the button is clicked, the button element is clicked. Okay, when the button element is clicked containing a heart is clicked, you should add the field class to the clicked button. If it's not already present, you should remove it. Okay, interesting. So that means here I'm supposed to do with the JavaScript guy. So let me just copy this guy here, connect my tool and open my JavaScript. Sorry. So let me continue. So when the button I've read already user story 6, the 6th. So when the button element containing a heart is clicked, the heart symbol should toggle between this symbol, which is empty heart, and this one code sorry, which is filled heart, depending on the current state. So it's like let's try it. We do some brainstorming here. Hope you guys can see my screen. Okay. Normally, what they're saying is that I have to check the state of the button. So, first of all, before checking the state of the button, the first step is to access the buttons. Access the button. And to do that, the best way to do it is to use how do we call it, a query selector, query all selector. And this query all selector will just help me to select all the elements with a particular tag, with a particular class name. And in our example, we have this guy icon, favorite icon, which is the class name of all our buttons. After accessing it, we have to make sure that because the output of the query selector, let me just write it fast. So the output of the query selector is output is a node list, and this node list we can iterate on it. So we need over it instead of it. English is difficult. So what we should do now like this is to make sure that every button present. So for example, let's say a node list is like item 1, item 2, and item 3. So each item, to each item, we should add an event listener. Something like this. So that when it's clicked, so So each item, so let's say to each item, which is more precisely each element of the node list, we should add an event listener. So normally we have to check if the event listener, if the item is already filled or not. And based on that, we will create a I think that here we shall use, based on that, we shall create this effect, this click event, and also based with, let's say, here we shall use also the toggle function in the event. So this is a bit small brainstorming. Let's go on to the code. So the first steps, as I said, is to first of all have access to all the buttons. So using the query selector, so we shall just say const buttons is equals to document sorry document point query select all. I think it's query selector all. Yeah, I think query selector and we shall use the tag name point favorite icon. So let me just copy it so that I don't make any error. Okay. Now the first step is done. We have gotten access to the balloons. Now to iterate and modify and add every item from the node list generated by these query or selectors, we have to use a higher function, and more precisely, I think that we have to use for each method. That. So let's try and do it back. So let's just say buttons point for each method. So inside the for each method, we take the parameter button. Sorry for the poop. So take for each button, what should we do here? We should do the following code. So what we really want is that our code should just change. Sorry that these are hard to just change as to red when clicked or not. So the first step to do here is to first of all, I think, add the event button. So the add the event, how do we call it again? The event, add event listener. So add event listener. Add event listener as it's like this. I think so. Click. So do it. Function. Or I should leave it at functions. So functions. Function. Put the comma here. So every time that we click the button, this function will be loaded. This function will be executed. And inside the function, we have to try and follow this instruction, which says I think that was a seed, the user story, which was saying that when a button element containing a heart is clicked, you should add the field class to the clicked button if it's not present, and if it's not already present and remove it if it is. So we have to check whether the button or the present button, the button that's inside the node list, is present. It's already filled or not, and for that we have to use a boolean function. So let's say is filled, something like this, in the field. How to have access? So to have access to this is just like button. No, we're already having access to it, so we can use button or this font. I think it's class list or contain. I don't know. Yes. First of all, we have to use class list. Let me check again what's the use of this class list. Class list. In JavaScript, the property class list is used to access and manipulate the list classes assigned to the element. It provides more blah 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 blah. Okay, to add the element class list contains, okay, to check whether it, okay. So I think I'll have to use this. Okay. Class list font. So we have the access to the class list container. Is it field? So field is a class name that I was checking because that's the class selector that we created. So now based on this boolean, we shall check whether the current node list element is either filled or not. And afterwards, if it's filled, we toggle it. If it's not filled, we leave it like that. So that's a little bit what I want to do here. And for that, we shall use the class list operation, a property called, what is it? There is a toggle. Is it? Add the class if it does not exist, remove it if it does. So let's just do it. So since we're still on the same button, so I say this class list toggle. So to what does should we toggle to the field list? Is it there? So since we are doing blah 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 blah, now the next step is, since look now we have this, we have toggled to the, we have toggled, for example, to the we have toggled to the field class. So now we have to check whether, because that's a very important part. I think that now we have to change the, we have to not to check, sorry. I think now we have to change the inner element, HTML element. So based on this, because here's the button that we have already based on the we have already toggled it, whether if it's filled, if it's not filled, change it to filled, and if it's filled, leave it like that. So after doing that, we have to change the inner HTML element. So the HTML element inside the index.html file. And to do so, we have to use these inner HTML. So HTML element, HTML, and based here we shall use the ternary operator. So based on whether this guy is true or false, so we have to toggle between empty or filled heart. So let's see this one. So when the guy is filled, we have this. When the guy is Sorry, when the guy is empty, we have that, or when the guy is filled, we have this. I hope it's clear. So let's just say it's the Unicode. Hope you guys think. Normally it's supposed to be working. HTML, sorry. HTML. Okay, I think that's correct. HTML. Okay, it's filled. Okay, now we have to check for the empty heart. Parentheses and have that been done quite quickly. Oh. It's not working. So what's wrong here? This is a Unicode. So I think that this is a correct code here that I have to do. So that's the empty code. I don't maybe I should just take this guy, copy it, and paste. It's not still working. So I have a problem with the code. That's still working. So what's wrong here? I don't know. Maybe I should try and do something. Let's see this Unicode. Okay, Unicode. Let me try and check what it's not working. Okay. Okay. So I don't know why it's not working. So let me just ask ChatGPT, see what's wrong here. So what's wrong here? Jesus is correct. No. So actually, according to him, nothing wrong. I think that I will leave it at. I'll check for the errors after. So thank you guys for watching the video. We shall meet on to the next video. Normally it's supposed to be correct. I don't know why it's wrong. Let me just give out my whole code. Here is the full code. The complete code, sorry. You wrote add event. Okay, event listener. So that's my error. Oh, typing. So you see that this type of silly typing error can just make you waste time. That's the reason why it was not working. So thank you guys for watching. And if If you have anything to say about the video, leave a comment below, and please like and subscribe, because it really encourages me to continue with this journey. I hope you guys really enjoyed the video. Let me just run the test very fast. Run the test. Yeah, I still have an error. The class should be filled content information. I don't know what this guy is wanting again from me. The class should be filled with the content information. I think that around the right. How the class. Please, if you have the solution to it, please just leave a comment below and tell me how to solve it. Because me, I don't know how to do it. So thank you for watching. See you on to the next video.